I'm not even gonna lie. Growing up, I didn't want to be in love. I didn't even know what being in love really meant back then. All I knew was I saw like the little Disney people on TV and they were falling in love. I was like, ew, I don't want that. That's weird. And then I started watching rom-coms when I was a teenager. I was like, oh, wait. Maybe I do want that. Because, like, love, that's a want now more than a need. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Just Another Teen Life Crisis podcast. I'm your host, Kia Purse, and how are you living? Honestly, like, how are you living? Are you okay? Are you doing well? Spiritually, mentally, physically, maybe even a little bit of sexually. Who knows? We just need to do all those wellness checks to make sure, like, that you're good. And if you are, par. If you're not, we'll talk about it later. Not gonna lie, it's been a couple rough weeks lately. Because, one, I sprained my arm, so it's been kind of hard for me to process just a lot of things that I need to get done. Being one-handed and all, like, it's nonsense, and I'm just trying to get through it. But other than that, I've been to school, and I've been doing a lot of work and a lot of planning. But hey, we're gonna get through it together, and I really hope so. Because if we don't, I'm gonna have a good cry later. And that's the end of that. So currently, I am sitting on my floor as we are getting into today's topic with a candle lit, my fairy lights on, and the sun about to come up. Yes, I know. It's like 6:52 in the morning. I'm kind of a morning person, if I do say myself. It depends. Sometimes I'm a night owl, sometimes I'm a morning person. Like, personally, I'll go to bed at like 12:30, and wake up around 4 or 5 o'clock. Like, I can't help it. My body just wakes up on its own instead of alarm set. Like, it is what it is. Okay, let's get into today's journal entry, which I wrote possibly a little over a month ago before I started the podcast, which I wish I had gotten this podcast started earlier, because this would have made a lot of sense around the time I wrote this. But since it's a month later, it probably won't. But hey, it's fine, because I was going to talk about this someday, any day. Anyways, so let's get into that. Love is a funny word to use. We say I love you to family, friends, significant others, even our pets. And only on a specific day of the year, we have to commercialize it. The 20s are a prime time to find love and try to define it, even if we don't know what real love is yet. While some think we do and others are going from person to person, which is completely fine. With Valentine's Day around the corner, I couldn't help but wonder, are people our age still falling in love? Or are we just looking for someone to get lucky with? Mainly, what does real love look like to us? Okay, so love is actually a very iffy topic for me to even talk about, if I do say so myself, because love is weird. Like, defining love is just, what? I don't know how to define that. Maybe because I am just 20 and I'm still learning about what love is, personally, on my side of this. Because I've been I don't want to sound like I've been in 3 relationships. And I'm currently in one right now, and I can say I am very definitive on how this one's going, and I very much like how it is. But I'm gonna take a little, actually, we're gonna go down memory lane real quick. Let's do that. So my first relationship was when I was fresh out of high school. I know, that's kind of crazy. My first relationship was out of high school, when everybody else is just like, oh, I have a new boyfriend or I have a new girlfriend. I didn't have anybody in high school. I was a loner. Well, not really. I had my friends. I didn't start dating till I got out of high school anyways. But my first my first real relationship was kind of, it was weird because it was more like giving and giving and giving, and I wasn't receiving really anything in return, even though the person I was dating said that, oh, I understand you, oh, I'm listening to you, when they clearly didn't give 2 shits about me, if I do say so. Well, this is just like how I interpret it, because it was more like, I honestly compare this relationship to Harley Quinn and the Joker. Like, I'm the Harley Quinn and this person was the Joker. Like, they did not give 2 fucks. It's kind of sad because I still talk to this person to this day, and they haven't changed at all. Like, they have not changed. And it kind of makes me a little crazy because do parts of me still love that person? I don't know. I really don't know what it is there. And if this person is listening, you didn't hear any of this. So, and to me, like, that relationship showed me what a possessive, toxic love was. Because that shit was wild. And above all, I can't go through that again. Like, with my mental health, I don't think so. It's not gonna work out. And then my second relationship was a very good learning experience relationship, because it was, as we say, more lust than love, but it was a very equal balance of both. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, it was a very equal balance of both. I think it was mostly because the long distance that had us, it just kept fucking things up, because I would only see this person probably at least once or twice a month, and it just didn't feel right to me, because I didn't like having to go 2 hours just to see this person as much as I was in love with them. Like, just this, like, distance is actually, that's another topic I want to talk about, because is long distance worth it? I think on certain levels of it, yes, it is worth it, but on other parts, it's not, because you never know if that person is seeing somebody else. And that's kind of crazy. It's like, oh, I love you. I love you too. But I got a little shawty over here who's right next to me, and you don't need to know about them. That is like, that's when I get into, is long distance worth it? But that's besides the point, because that got me a little off topic. But back to love number 2. Um, we didn't end on the best of terms, but we rekindled our friendship, and we're good friends now. And we have talked out how what that relationship brought for the both of us. And honestly, it brought out a really good friendship in the end. And we just weren't, we were there for each other when we needed to be. I'm sorry, I'm actually getting a little, I don't know why I'm getting emotional talking about love, because I'm just looking back like, oh, did I have a terrible love life? But both my exes are a very important chapter because of the person who I am with now. I've learned from the both of them, and to bring into this new relationship, I want to do right, and I want to do what I think is best for me in this new relationship, who has taught me that patience is a virtue, has taught me that it's okay to feel my emotions and not hide them in all the time, and that making anything happen can happen for us. My big baby string bean, that's what I call them. And if you're listening, just know I actually do love you. No. We're gonna travel the world together one day, baby. But love is, I've been talking about like my exes and my love life this whole time. I never actually dove into the real topic. What is love? Okay, so the real definition of love means, actually, there's a lot of definitions for love. Don't even get me started, because it's a noun and it's a verb, which is weird. Why is that? Anyways, love, an intense feeling of deep affection. Or it can also be a great interest and pleasure in something. Hey, but they mean the same thing if you use it in a noun as a verb. I don't understand things, but it's fine. But like, maybe it's because it's 7 o'clock in the morning and I'm really not understanding this stuff. Oh well. I went to public school. I didn't really understand anything there, and I don't understand anything now. So I just found this website where it's like, oh, there's 8 types of love according to ancient Greeks, which is actually very interesting because, I know Aphrodite is like the goddess of love, but I never knew like there were different types of love. And of course, the 5 love languages, which are words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. Like, I know that much about love, but I didn't know that there were, like, actual, like, Greek references in love. Like, you have it. I don't even know how to pronounce this. Agape, and that means unconditional love. Of course, you have Eros, or, like, in other words, baby Cupid. That's like romantic love. And then you have Phila, who is affectionate love. And then Philatia, which is self-love. Storge, which is familiar love. And of course, like familiar being like family love. And then Pragma, who is enduring love. Ludus, which is playful love. Mania, Oh, mania is the last one. Mania, which is obsessive love. Yo, I'm gonna read mania real quick because understanding all the rest of the seven, but mania looks like a little. Mania looks like that girl that maybe I should have read about a long time ago. Okay, let me get into it. Mania is not necessarily a good type of love because it's obsessive. It's the type of love that can lead someone into madness, jealousy, or even anger. That is because the balance between Eros and Ludus are terribly off. Many people who experience this type of love suffer from low self-esteem. They fear losing the object of their love, and this fear compels them to say or do some crazy things in order to keep them. If not kept under control, mania can be very destructive in some cases. Ew. You know, coming to look at it, or just look back at it, you know, like after relationships, when you really, really love someone and you start going like a little crazy because you know you love them, but you're crazy about them at the same time and you do like crazy things. Yeah. Mania, Mania makes people crazy. I don't like her. Why she make people feel like this? They had to read me that hard. Yo, because I be going through some of this stuff. I actually went through this. And now I'm learning from my experiences because of this. Thank you. Thank you so much, Life Hack. Please sponsor me for reading your stuff, but like, don't at the same time. Anyways. Okay. I haven't really even like answered the question of like, are people our age still falling in love? Personally, I do see some people my age or like within my friend groups falling in love and not just wanting to like have sex with someone. Because some of us, we do hop from person to person. And there's actually nothing wrong with that. Because, well, unless you ain't trying to catch nothing. But besides the point, there's nothing wrong with trying to have multiple people so you can figure out what love means for you. Because love is different for everyone. I'm a firm believer of that, and I've learned that from experience. Because, I mean, there was a time I thought, okay, there was a time I thought that I was never gonna find love again. And I was going from person to person, dates to dates, just trying to see, is it real for me? And honestly, after a long time, I actually believe now that love is for me. Because I have it. Something I never thought I would have again, and I have it. And I love that. I wouldn't know what to do without it. And no, I'm not just talking about like love from a significant other, but like actually understanding that like the people around me genuinely love me and not just like saying, I love you, give me this, give me that. But like just being there for me, showing up for me when I need them to. Giving me like quality time and not just like a hi and bye, love you, bye type situation. and then I never see them again. But like, love is a magical thing, regardless of who it is. Like, my mom sees how I am with all of my friends, and she's never seen me happier when I'm with them. Because that's like my own little family. Because I love them. Regardless, I would fight for them. And I would probably... Well, it depends on who it is. Will I go to jail for them? Possibly. That's just because I love them. What am I even talking about? I would go to jail for all of them hoes. But love doesn't have like a definitive look. Like, as a kid, what did we see as love? Honestly, the type of love I saw as a child was like Disney movie type of love. Like, oh, princess get married, happy endings, blah, blah, blah. That's the type of love I saw. And not the type of love I wanted to see. Because there are different types of love. There's family love. There's same... Let's even get into that. We have same-sex love now, which is amazing. Because it's the type of love I'm going for here. And of course, like, when people think, oh, it's going to be a lot different, it's going to be for people who don't understand it. But at the same time, it doesn't matter, because love is love, people. And you never know what's going to happen in the end, because just let people love who they love. And let it go. Like, let it be. That's all that really matters. Because at the end of the day, love is love. No matter what race, what gender, whatever. It doesn't matter. As long as you love, it's really all that matters. Okay, you guys. I'm going to be logging off for the night. Well, dang. I don't even know what time it is anymore. It's probably like, it's 7:16. Well, I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. And don't worry, because I will be back. I'm starting to get the hang of this a little bit. I'll be back with more to talk about, more topics, real soon. I want to tell y'all I love y'all. Y'all celestial beings, y'all beautiful people out there in the world. I want y'all to have a great, amazing day. And I will see you in the next one. And so, mwah. Bye.